This is the movie that Emoji Movie should have been. Hey guys, this is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is Olden Bringer and welcome to another movie review. And today's movie review is going to be Ralph Breaks the Internet, or Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is the sequel to the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, and it stars the returning cast of Sarah Silverman, John C. Reilly, Jack McBrayer, also Gal Gadot and Taraji P. Henson. And this movie is about Penelope from Sugar Rush, which basically something went wrong with her game, so Ralph and Penelope has to go to the internet to try and get this missing piece of the game. Now, I was very excited for this movie because I really love the first Wreck-It Ralph movie. I think it's one of the best, video game / movie that's not really based on a video game, but it's still a good video game movie. So, I was very interested on this take on the Wreck-It Ralph sequel, the internet, literally. A lot of movies have so many product placements, and one of them did so badly. The Emoji Movie, one of the worst movies ever made. So I was very excited for this movie, but I was also worried that is this movie going to be another product placement shit ripoff. Some people were actually disappointed by this movie. I don't know why. Now, is Ralph Breaks the Internet better than the first movie? No, I felt the first movie was way better. But still, this movie is a fun, solid sequel, just like how I reviewed Creed 2. It is a fun, solid sequel that is fun for kids and the whole entire family. Now, I think the biggest positive I could give to this movie is Ralph and Penelope. I thought they have the best chemistry that I've ever seen in an animated film. It's very cute, but it's also very friendly, but also, it's very heartwarming. Actually, their friendship in this film is more heartwarming than it was in the first Wreck-It Ralph movie. I love Penelope. Penelope, Sarah Silverman, who can ever play Penelope? Who else could play her? She was fantastic in this film, and you do like her in this entire film. I thought in the first Wreck-It Ralph she's going to be annoying from the trailers. No, she became so likable, and in this movie, she's even more likable. But John C. Reilly as Wreck-It Ralph is still really great in this film, and I love the voiceovers in this movie, and he's really funny in this film, especially when he goes to the internet and looking at pop culture references. It is so funny in this film. But I think the steal show of this movie is Gal Gadot. Holy shit, she was badass in this film. Even the game that they're in, I wanted to see more of that, because Gal Gadot in this film is so badass in this film, but also very, very touching in some scenes. And the best thing about this movie is that the product placement in this movie worked. The pop culture references of the internet and all that stuff, they use it to tell its story. And that's what the Emoji Movie should have done, not making product placement for the sake of making product placement like Just Dance and Candy Crush shit. No, this movie does handle the product placement really freaking well, and adds to the comedy because this movie is really hilarious. This movie made me laugh so hard, especially with the pop culture references. And we finally get to see the Disney princesses on screen, and it is the funniest scene in the entire freaking movie. And it's true, all the princesses are voiced by the original Disney princesses, which is really freaking interesting. And also, the animation still looks great. I think Disney is great at handling the animation so freaking well, especially with the internet animation. It looks really cool, and how the internet works in Ralph Breaks the Internet, it made sense, and it looked really freaking awesome, and also really funny. This movie is very touching. It is actually more touching than the first Wreck-It Ralph movie. This movie almost got me in tears, especially with Ralph and Penelope's friendship in this film, and it does have a pretty different ending, which it is one of my flaws with the movie. This movie kind of has like a Cars 3 treatment, you know, it's leading up to something, but then it just changes. And I'm not going to spoil what happened, but that's like my biggest issue with the film, like the third act, it just kind of has the Cars 3 type treatment, and I didn't like stuff like that. I like stuff when it's leading up to something, and they have to do it. No, they just change the entire thing, and I get why they do that, like I can see they're doing something different with it, but it just kind of adds to not as good as the first one, syndrome with this film. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it's still a really fun movie. I still like this movie. I could watch these two movies and be like, they are great, fun Disney movies. Guys, overall, Ralph Breaks the Internet is a really fun, family-friendly movie that you can just watch with the entire family. It's a really good sequel to the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, and I'm probably thinking they could make the third one, and I wonder what they can make the third one about. I'm really curious about that, because if this is a trilogy, I'll be okay with it. Guys, watch Ralph Breaks the Internet. It's a really fun movie for family and kids. It's a good movie, and it's a good time, and I'm going to give Ralph Breaks the Internet a B+. So guys, let me know down below if you have seen Ralph Breaks the Internet, or Wreck-It Ralph 2 as you call it. Just let me know in the comments below if you think the movie's fine, okay, or good. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, and Instagram. Keep contacting me, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, like it, even click the bell to notify my latest videos, and have a nice day.